Review time now. We're going to go to one of our top stories once again. The Socialist Party winning big in the Catalan regional elections. Leo is here to sum up for us how it's been covered in Spain, first of all.
Yeah, we'll start with El País, which is the country's biggest paper. Illa's triumph buries the process. That's the headline they've gone with. They have Salvador Illa on their front page, of course, the leader of the party. The headline refers to the fact that support for independence dropped from 49% to 42%. The Catalan Socialist Party under Illa secured 42 seats, 9 more than last time out. El Mundo call the results a historical setback for the independence movement. For the first time in 4 decades, the nationalist parties have lost the ability to form a majority. The piece calls the decline of independence undoubtedly good for Catalonia and for Spain as a whole. ABC, which is Madrid's biggest newspaper, Catalan punishes independentism. They say that despite victory, it will be tough for Illa to form a government. His Socialist Party will need support from the ruling minority party ERC, who lost 13 votes in the election. And that's the headline that La Vanguardia leads with. That's Barcelona's leading newspaper. They say that Illa wins, but must come to some sort of agreement with the independence movement. I'll finish with this in El País. They report on the pro-independence far-right party Aliança Catalana, who won 2 seats in the elections. They gained 118,000 votes, despite what El País calls an openly xenophobic discourse. Their slogan is "Let's save Catalonia." They're led by Silvia Oriols, who El País calls a militant ultra-nationalist who's obsessed with Islam. The party proposes a ban on the entry to foreigners who are not integrated with Western values and the expulsion of all those in an irregular situation or have committed any sort of crimes.
Let's move to Sudan for this next story. Intense fighting over the weekend. It's left dozens of people dead.
Yeah, and that number includes 38 civilians, at least 38 civilians, as the Washington Post report this morning. And they say hospitals are at max capacity as final battle looms. They're talking about the city of Al-Fashir, which is the last city in the country outside paramilitary control. But now paramilitary forces have encircled the city, raising fears for the more than 2.5 million people that are trapped there. The fighting has already reached populated areas, and hospitals are now calling for blood donations, with the numbers of wounded already above capacity. It's still not clear if the fighting represents an all-out assault on the city or a prelude to a larger attack. Any attempt by paramilitary forces to seize the city would more than likely result in a bloodbath. That's what the Washington Post say. The Guardian have this piece: death, despair and disease. They report that experts saying the country is at risk of breaking apart. According to the United Nations, Sudan is experiencing a humanitarian crisis of epic proportions. More than 8.7 million people have been uprooted, more than anywhere else in the world. The article ends by noting that the city is home to both Arab and African communities, which means that an all-out battle for control would cause mass civilian casualties and bloodshed and lead to revenge attacks across Darfur and beyond.
Completely changing gears for you now. This is the biggest night in British television. The Bafta Awards took place in London last night, wasn't it? Who are the big winners then, Leo?
Yeah, well, as you can see in the Telegraph this morning, Top Boy, the big winner, described as a surprise double victor. The crime drama beat Happy Valley and The Crown in 2 of the night's biggest categories. It won Best Drama, and Jasmine Jobson beat out competition from actors in Succession and The Crown to win Best Supporting Actress. It's actually the first time that Netflix has won Best Drama at the BAFTA. Sarah Lancashire and Timothy Spall won the Best Actress and Best Actor gongs, respectively. The Guardian have this. Floella Benjamin, who received a Lifetime Achievement Award, she said that television is in turmoil. She's called for creative survival solutions from the UK government. She said the biggest threats that television is facing are new technology, cuts and unemployment. Let me finish by showing you a rather impressive outfit from presenter Joe Lycett, dressed as Elizabeth I after losing a bet. Lycett said that if his aunties Margaret and Pauline managed to amass 200,000 followers on Instagram by a certain date, he would dress as the Tudor monarch at the BAFTAs. he indeed lost that bet. And he was true to his word. Here's a better look at that outfit on Instagram. He said, who wore it best? Unfortunately for Lysa, it was actually the hottest day of the year yesterday. He described it as it being boil in a bag. And last week we covered Met Gala, Stuart, and you said, very confidently, you said, you could pull off the Burner Boy outfit.
Yes.
What about this? Do you think you could pull this off?
I think I could definitely do that. I'd be worried about the person standing next to them as well.
Yeah.
You could sort of easily be jacket potatoed, couldn't you?
I think you can pull anything off, is what we've learned from the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, thanks for that. Liam McGuinn, Papers, pulls anything off himself as well, doesn't he? Thanks very much.